Well, the bike is fully loaded up. Got about 120 kilometer journey ahead of me, one way, then another 120 kilometers on the way back. I'm not going to do it all in one day, just do the trip to Atikokan, then come back the next day, or the day after, depending on how I feel. I should have enough battery, more than enough battery. That's a 32 amp hour battery. It's about the size of 2 of my batteries for my other electric bike. And I needed 2.5 batteries last time I went there. And those batteries were only half the size of that one, so 2 of those big batteries should be more than enough energy to get to Atikokan without getting stranded. Yeah. It's almost 80 kilometers of dirt road and about 40 kilometers of highway. The first 5 kilometers is within the res still. Once I pass that res sign, it's Canadian wilderness from there up until I get to the highway. Alright, well, let's go. Probably be about 4.5 hours. It's like deja vu. When I got here the first time and I looked at the trailer, I realized my helmet was no longer in the back. So I backtracked, went up a couple of kilometers back there, not all the way back to the res, didn't find it. So I came back here, did another check around. I already checked here the first time before I decided to go down the road some more, and I couldn't find it. So I made the difficult decision to go back all the way to the res, and there it was on the first hill on the res. I'm glad no one ran it over. I mean, I do have a spare helmet at home, but I didn't want to go back and get it, so I'm glad I was able to find it. Crisis averted, but about 15 kilometers of range wasted. Thankfully I got these huge batteries, so shouldn't be that much of a problem. I think I got like 50 kilometers of buffer, easy. So let's get there. 120, almost 120, about 119. Red sign is just up there. Once I pass it, I am in the wilderness completely off res. And from there it's 70 kilometers of this road, then I get to the highway. Alright, well, let's do that. Well, first 10 kilometers down, you can see Via Lake just popping out behind those trees. About 10 kilometers or 11 to 12 kilometers from Lac. About 5 to 6 kilometers away from the actual res boundary. I am officially in the Canadian wilderness. So got another 60 kilometers, 65 kilometers to go. But the first 10 is down. I haven't dropped a single battery bar, even with that detour I had to do. Going back looking for my helmet, which I'm wearing right now. Guess that was my karma for not wearing the helmet. I'm glad I got it. Anyways, just stopped here for a bathroom break. Time to hit the road again. Well, I passed the bridge, the old Namakan Bridge, about 10 minutes ago. It is the first into biking, and everything's going good. I finally dropped a single power bar. There's 5 power bars. I finally dropped 1. So increments of 20%, down the first 20%. But that dropped right after I went over the bridge, the old Namakan Bridge at Lady Rapids. So, got about another 50 kilometers to go. Let's see what that kilometer sign says. Okay, that's kilometer 46. And I got here, finally used up the 1 bar. Alright, let's continue on. About 50, under 50 kilometers to go to get to the top of the road now. Only about 10 more kilometers from the road. I've dropped down to a single bar. Even with the throttle all the way down, I've got it floored there. Really only get up to about 10 or 13 kilometers an hour. Highest I saw was 14. I even try to bump it on up to 5, but that doesn't really do anything. So it's basically just crawling now. So I'm gonna change the battery. Okay, well, we're about 10 kilometers from the highway. Okay, see if I remember how to do this. Don't really have a helmet cam or nothing. And yeah, the seat just flips up like this. Gives you access to pull the whole battery out. And I got another one in here. Also got the charger there. Alrighty, let's plop this baby in. Okay, battery is in. Flip her on. Back at a full charge, baby. Let's get going. I'm gonna put the battery in the cooler though. Keep it protected. Alrighty. 76 kilometers later, and here I am. Look at that, there's a big old crow there. I think he's been following me since the second bridge. Anyways, there's the old sign for Flanders. Another 40 kilometers to go that way, but thankfully it's paved. So, no more dirt road and no more super fucking steep hills. Excuse the language, but yeah, no more steep hills. Oh my goodness. That road is a tough one to conquer. But I'm glad I had 2 batteries this time. Because once you get up to about 50% on one of these batteries, the power derates. So you don't have the same power that you do at a full charge. And that's not so bad once you're traveling on flat ground, but when you're trying to make it up a hill and you need that extra oomph, it's not there when it's low battery. So yeah, I was really liking the new battery change going up that hill. No problems. When I came here in the winter time, I had to crawl up this hill. I had to really help the bike out. But it was nice to just fly up this hill and actually have to use my brakes to stop. I didn't have to just walk it up and slowly stop it. Actually had to use my brakes. Right. Ooh, here I come, Atikokan. Okay, so 2 hours and 50 minutes. Another 10 minutes and it would have been 3 hours. Just turned off into here. I passed a 20 kilometers to Atikokan sign about 10 minutes ago. This is a little turn off into a lake. I think it's part of Croix, at least that's what the sign said. A little bit ways that way. Anyways, stopped for a bathroom break. I was a little bit parched, so I had a drink of my iced tea. Now it's time to get on moving and finish the rest of the leg of the journey. Less than an hour of biking to go. Already done the majority. Over 100 kilometers now. 100 kilometers down, less than 20 to go now. Let's go, home stretch. And by the way, I lost 1 battery bar since I emerged onto the highway 1 hour ago. Okay. Well, let's head on to Atikokan. Oh, there's the turn off to Atikokan just down there. Still only lost 1 bar out of 5. I'm gonna go take a turn in there, maybe have a sip of my iced tea, and make the last couple of kilometer stretch to Atikokan. Atikokan is only about 3 kilometers from here. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, here's the bike. Just at this little stop. Atikokan is about 3 kilometers that way. And it has been an hour and 20 minutes. A little over an hour and 25 minutes since I emerged on the highway. Now I'm here. Final stretch. Alright, let's do it. Well, I've made it to the town of Atikokan. Still only on 4 of 5 bars. So I only dropped 1 bar the whole time I was on the highway getting here. Yeah, just gonna get a room, Then I'll get settled in. Maybe even do some shopping. Still got plenty of daylight left. Room acquired, 156, which is just right here, right at the front door. Gonna unload and settle into my room. Kilometers, and I got here about 10 minutes ago. So that is 4 hours and 30 minutes. Finally all settled in. Got my laptop there, and bike's unloaded, and got a battery charge in here. That's the first one. That's the one I used on the dirt road, Flanders. There I am. Hey. Oh, light switches out here. Bathroom. Nothing too interesting. Got a little sink. That leads out into the hallway. And that leads outside. That's nice. That's one thing I like about little motels, is that they have a door that leads right outside rather than right out into a hallway. Makes it easier for bringing a bike in. I'll probably go to the gas bar later, go get some snacks. I was gonna go to Foodland. I was gonna try and make some stores, but I think everything's pretty much closed now. Foodland's still open, but yeah, I'm not gonna go to Foodland right now. I'll just do that tomorrow when I have more time. Do the other stores tomorrow too when I have more time. I'll take off first thing Sunday morning. Yeah, feels good to be here. Rest, recharge the batteries tonight, and everything will be good to go for Sunday. New day. Still a little bit of shopping, exploring the little city, or the town I should say. My bike's just parked over there. I never actually checked this out. This is Little Falls. Super cool. Beautiful falls. Even another one over there. Looks like there's a boardwalk and a little bridge over there. Might go check that out. I'm not sure if I'm allowed my bike down there, but I'll go check it out. Someone tells me to stop, I'll stop. Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. Okay, so the trail just goes on. So this is actually a snow machine trail, so there's no signs that say no off-road vehicles, so I'm bringing my bike on, and this is wide enough for a whole vehicle, like an actual proper vehicle. I'm not sure if it could hold a whole vehicle, but look at those suspensions. Pretty sturdy bridge. Goes on over up to there too. Ways looks a little more traveled, so I might go that way. Looking for an area to chill. On a nice little spot just off the main trail. Found this little nice bench right by the river. The old Atikokan River. Go ahead and take a look. Little looky. There's a golf course just over there. Some campgrounds just up there. Thought I would check out the river though. Wow. Yeah, first time touching the Atikokan River. Anywho, gonna smoke right here. But look, that's where secretly that's what I've been looking for. It's a place to smoke. Can't do it in my hotel room. So but I'll do it out here. I don't think there'll be anyone out here that'll be too bothered. Okay. What? No freaking way. How did I miss this? I was just riding up. I saw a sign. Apparently this is the Atikokan trail that I'm on. Yeah, I just took the falls road to get here. Then I went over a little bridge. And yeah, I didn't know there was this little bench here. Oh, this is so cool. I've never actually explored Atikokan much. I used to live here a long time ago. Like a long time ago. Almost 2 decades ago now. But yeah, I never got a chance to explore because I was just a child. But now I can. Yeah, this is pretty nice view of the Atikokan River. You can see the golf course there. Oh man, this would have been a fucking cool spot to smoke, but I already smoked. Alrighty, back to the bridge. Gonna head back to my room. It's freaking hot out here actually. For fall, it's pretty hot. Well, it's not quite fall yet, but it's getting there. You can see the leaves are already changing. They're starting to yellow. Some are already starting to turn red. It's gonna look really colorful here in just a couple of weeks. Okay, well, batteries are fully charged. It is Sunday morning. It is 25 minutes to 10. So, yeah, got all my stuff packed. It's all in those bags. That bag too. And a couple more miscellaneous things, but for the most part, it's all packed. It just needs to be loaded onto the trailer now. So I'll put the bike out and load her up. Well, the bike is fully loaded now. Got the trailer loaded, got the cooler there. Extra battery right there. More food. You can see stuff right there. Got more in that bag. Got more in my backpack on my back. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. It's been a good time. Time to hit the open road though. Well, I just got past this little work building here. I'm at this pulp check station or whatever it's called. It's for big old semis to roll in. I rolled in with my old bike and trailer. Just checking to see if everything is still on, and everything is still on. Wanted to make sure nothing fell out. Check the pin, make sure that's still on there nice and good, and it still is. So, I'm gonna continue on. Been about only 20 minutes. Alright, let's hit the road again. Alrighty, beauty day. Sun's out again now. Getting little peaks of the sun through the clouds. The old sign for Flanders is just down there. I got here off the highway. Used one of 5 bars to get to the old dirt road. That's 43 kilometers down. The next 76 to go. Almost 80 kilometers of a dirt road. Trailer's still loaded up. I moved the battery to the back in case I splash into puddles. That way it's not splashing onto the battery. Battery's right there. So yeah, gonna hit the road now. I just had a little drink of my Gatorade. Want to make sure I'm nice and hydrated. Might change the battery. Might not let the battery drain all the way down. Might let it get down to just 50% and change it. Not because just because it's nice to have that full charge, that the full power that you get when it's fully charged. The acceleration kind of derates after a while. Once it gets down to once you lose about 3 or 2 bars, you really start to notice it when you're trying to get up hills, especially when you're hauling cargo. It ain't so bad when you don't have a trailer attached. It'll still get you up hills pretty good. but hauling cargo, yeah, it needs help. So I'll probably change the battery. I won't let this battery drain all the way dead. I'll probably change it midway, but we'll see how far it gets me. Maybe it'll get me the first 10 or 30 kilometers in, or we'll see. It took me an hour and a half to get here. Should be about 3 hours of dirt road from here. Coming out this way, it only took me 2 hours and 50 minutes, but that was without cargo. That was with an empty bike. So with cargo, it's probably going to take me a little longer. Won't be surprised if that adds another 30 minutes onto it. But at least I know I won't be dead in the water. Plenty of range. That's 100% full. This one is still pretty decently full. Only last 1 bar of battery. So let's get on. Just got to this little area. There is a lake right there. Little area to drive in right there too. I saw a moose a couple 100 meters that way. Oh my goodness. Thankfully he wasn't on the road. He was going off into like a swampy bog. He had his back turned to me as he was heading into the bush, but last second he did look my way, but it looked like once he saw me he just kept going. Scary, because this time of year they're usually not scared of anything. Like they'll charge a big freaking truck. They're not that scared of things. So they would not be scared of me on my little bike. But thankfully he just kept on going. He minded his own business, and I'm gonna mind my own, but I'm gonna change the battery now. I finally dropped about 3 bars out of 5. I could still go pretty fast when it's on flat ground, but climbing up hills like this, it's really starting to struggle, really starting to slow down, and I'm starting to have to pedal more. So it's going to change out the battery. I only have about I'm 32 kilometers in, so I only have about 34 more kilometers to go. So pretty good. Let's change this baby. Alright guys, well, we made it to Namakan Bridge, or Lady Rapids. It's only 22 or 23 kilometers from here to get to Lac de Croix. And I've dropped, since I put the new battery in, 1 bar, so I still got 4 bars to make it home. I've already gone 50 kilometers. 52 was the last marker I saw before getting to the bridge. Everything's still in. There's the battery I used on the highway and a little bit on this road. Now I just gotta get home. Beauty. Nothing has fallen out of the trailer, and I have just made it to Vi Lake. It is 2:10. Probably be home in about 20 minutes, so about 2:30. Looking good. This is the first time getting here when it's not just been a joyride. I come here a lot just on my bike. I come here, take a little look around, maybe sit around, just enjoy the day, then I head back. But yeah, I've been here lots. Been to Vi Lake lots. Even explored in the bush and explored the old abandoned road back in spring. Really cool to be here though, or get here all the way from Atikokan. I started this journey all the way at Atikokan. It's 111 kilometers away. Still got another 10 kilometers down that way. But almost home. Still on 4 of 5 batteries, so still only dropped 1. I suspect in the middle of from here and home I'll probably drop another bar, so I drop down to just 3. Should be more than enough though, more than enough. If home was another 20 or 30 kilometers that way, I could probably still make it, but it's only 10 more kilometers that way. It's only 5 kilometers from the actual sign here though, so only 5 kilometers from the actual res boundary. So I'm really, really close to home. Home stretch. Let's do it. Well, as you can see behind me, I made it to Lac La Croix. Well, actually, not quite there yet. Boundary is right there. Just a couple of feet away from it, but I'm pretty much there. Finally dropped another bar, the indicator, which I kind of guessed was going to happen. It's 3 of 5 bars, which is way more than enough to get home. Okay, let's do it. Here I come, Lac La Croix. Whoa, whoa. Officially in Lac La Croix now. Just past the sign. Okay, let's complete the final leg of the journey. It's only 5 kilometers from here. After this point, I've traveled over 71 kilometers of dirt road. I have just 5 more kilometers that way. Done 43 kilometers of highway to get to this point. I have just 5 more kilometers of dirt road to go. Let's do it! This is the final bridge. It's only about 1 kilometer or 2 that way. And I'll be home. I'll be home! Oh my goodness. I literally laughed and well, a big woohoo when I saw that sign. So cool to see it on the way back from a 120 kilometer round trip. 120 kilometers on an e-bike. Well, a fully loaded trailer. I mean, hey, I didn't go easy on this little trailer. Got a big battery there too. Got more groceries there. Got my laptop, the charger for the bike, and a bunch of other electronics in there. Got more food in there. Yeah, it's pretty loaded. I also got the backpack that I'm wearing on my back. Then of course me itself. Of course me myself too. So there's my weight, all the cargo weight, the weight of the bike itself and the trailer. All that has gone 120 kilometers today. And it's got a couple more kilometers to go. I'll be home. Well, I'm ready to be home. Let's go home. Well, I'm home now. Home 15 minutes earlier than I thought I was gonna be. I said I'll get home about 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I'm home at 2:45. 15 minutes early, and I left late too. Left about 15 minutes late. Leaving Atikokan. I still got here early. Earlier than I thought I would. I thought I was going to take extra time with the trailer, but here I am now, all the way back at home. Woke up in Atikokan, now I'm here. Okay, I'm going to unload this stuff and say see you guys later. So, see ya. And until next time, thanks for watching.